I'm uncomfortable being called baby.
From the Spring Hill Toyota Traffic Center.
Just getting word that a stalled vehicle has been cleared on I-10 eastbound at Water Street in Mobile. Traffic is slow moving as you make your way across the Bayway. Heading from I-65 to the Eastern Shore, add an extra half hour of drive time. Also at the Cochrane Bridge west on Highway 90. Got word of an accident in the right lane at the entrance to Battleship Park. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it in and get a quote in minutes. Plus, access thousands of products beyond what's in store or on Lowe's.com. Right from the Lowe's Pro Desk.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. America. That's America. Enter it now at
The Uncle Henry Show.
710.com.
Weekday afternoons from 5 till 7.
I wanted to tell you, too, about a friend of mine. Her name was Betty, too. Moved from the Bay, right here on the Bay. And she moved over to Daphne.
Yes.
And told me how wonderful it was to drive that drive to Daphne. She said, you just leave your troubles behind in Mobile. And by the time she got home, she was a new person every day.
This is the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Thank you for listening. I appreciate very much you listening to the Uncle Henry Show. Once again, here we are together, me and you. Just the two of us here. Trying to figure out what is going on. What's going on? What's gotten into people? Why are things so crazy? Maybe we can figure this out together. Just the two of us. Telephone number if you'd like to call in and tell me something. 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Now, if you listen through the show, there may be an interruption to the show. I'm planning on doing something very unprofessional here at this late juncture in my career. I'm waiting on something to be delivered. Yes, I got married about a year ago, and now having to get new stuff. The stuff I had during the courtship period, it was fine for courtship. But now, as a married person, my belongings need to be reassessed and replaced, because that happens. You have things you can own it when you're courting, but then once you get married, then some of the things you had during courtship must be gotten rid of and replaced with better things. And so I'm waiting on a delivery. If I get a phone call during the show, I'm going to have to stop talking to you, and I'm actually going to take the live phone call from the delivery people. So just wanted to let you know, yes, as I get toward the last 15 to 20 years of my career, whatever, I don't know if I've got 15 years left, 20, 25 years, whatever it is here. As I'm in these final decades of my career, I am going to let the professionalism slip just a little bit and let you inside the behind the scenes of my life. Not that you ever want to go there. Again, 251-479-2723, the telephone number here on the Uncle Henry Show. Now, there was a road rage incident in Mobile in the last few days. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of what Fox 10 reported on the road rage, just to educate you, the listener, on road rage, because I can only speak for myself. And sometimes I'm in traffic and people will behave badly. At least in my personal opinion, they're behaving badly by the way they're driving. I'll believe perhaps that they're being inconsiderate or worser than that. And sometimes I even think to myself, boy, I'd like to give that person a piece of my mind. I wish I could just pull up beside them and give them a piece of my mind and let them know how inconsiderate they are as a driver and how they make driving bad. Well, it's important not to do that, because sometimes the person that has done something inconsiderate is armed, and they might want to shoot you, or they might want to pistol whip you. And that happened on Airport Boulevard recently, where somebody allegedly hit some people's cars, and then when they were driving off, the people decided to follow them, and it turned into the person they were chasing ended up getting out with a pistol. Let's listen. Here is Fox 10 was interviewing the girlfriend of a road rage victim. She was in the car when all of this was happening. Just understand that you might be, somebody might have treated you really bad, but that doesn't mean you want to go follow them, because they might whip out a pistol and pistol whip you or shoot you.
The woman, who did not want to be identified, says she was celebrating her birthday with a group of friends that night. She says they had just left a restaurant and were stopped at a red light when they...
By the way, the reporter, the very talented Claudia Nichols of Fox 10, describing the road rage incident.
They saw a man hit one of their friends' vehicles on Airport.
We were all honking at him, all yelling at him, trying to get him to at least roll his window down, trying to get him to understand that he just hit somebody's vehicle.
All right, so they're going down the road. There's a honking. It's like a posse of honkers. They're honking at the guy. He's already sideswiped somebody, and they're doing a honking pursuit. Kind of like a posse, but without weaponry. You know, back in the Old West, they have a posse with pistols and rifles and lariats, lassoing people. Nowadays, it's honking.
She says he would not stop and instead took off down Airport Boulevard.
He was going down Airport running red lights. We were in the lane next to him, and he started veering over trying to hit our vehicle.
She says they kept the man in view while friends in another vehicle called police.
We ended up getting to the point where we were right behind him.
The woman says she was sitting in the back seat when they tracked the suspect to a Walmart parking lot off Airport Boulevard. She says he got out of his vehicle and approached the driver's side where her boyfriend was sitting. She says that's when he pulled out a gun.
Please shoot! I thought that we were literally...
All right, so guy got pistol whipped. I think he ended up with a concussion and some stitches, and the young lady on her birthday, traumatized, thought she was about to see her boyfriend get killed, all this kind of stuff. Don't do honking pursuits in road rage. This is just, I know the guy was in the wrong, and he was booked, a guy from Mount Vernon, booked into jail and charged with a wide variety of things. But it could get way worser than getting pistol whipped with a concussion and stitches. I know people that have been in this room on the air with me that have chased people in road rage incidents down Government Street, high speed. I wish I could tell you who it was. It'd blow your mind. Chase people down Government Street and then confront them just like this happened, and everybody drew a gun when they finally stopped their cars. Everybody was armed. Just remember this. Somebody treats you bad in traffic, do what you can. You can call the police, get their tag number, do whatever you need to do. But the pursuit into a parking lot to confront, not always a good idea. Unless maybe you're in a tank or something. But there's more to come. Uncle Henry's Show continues after the break.
Crews are on the scene of an accident. It's got the right lane blocked westbound on Battleship Parkway near I-10. If you're traveling on eastbound 90 from 165 to I-10 at the Cochrane Bridge, it's a 28-minute drive. Also, we're getting word of some power lines down. This is on Hamilton Boulevard at Dolphin Island Parkway. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Beau Rivage. The greatest fairy tale never told is coming to Beau Rivage this summer. Everyone's favorite ogre hits the stage in the Broadway hit Shrek the Musical, June 11th through July 2nd.
All right. Not everything needs to be turned into a musical. Not even previous musicals. All right, let me see if anybody's watching on the YouTube. I'm activating the YouTube on the desktop computer. Oh, yeah, there's a small number of people looking. Hello to the Love Freak 69. All right, furniture delivery sometime soon. All right, let's see. Bama Big Man, hello to you. Ben Griffin. JD. JD, the moral of the story is you can get the tag number and call the police, but I don't know that you want to go and try to confront somebody, especially with honking pursuit. Hello to Tommy Browning, Hat Nelly, KP of shirtbutter.com. Yes, there's a, I don't know if KP can listen long enough, but there is a birthday message to KP. Larry Morting, thank you for looking. 69-year-old Chris of West Loxley. Richard Harvey. I'm going to be back on the radio here in about 2 minutes. With more Uncle Henry Show. JD, that's true. Might have been trying to impress. That it was didn't work. All right, let's see. What can I tell you about between now and the radio show starting up? Radio show starting up in about a minute. What can I tell you about? Next week, it's going to be Wednesday of next week, that if you want to see bloopers, I will be using the brand new broadcast software for the first time in 20-something years, changing to a different broadcast software that'll happen a week from today. I'm anticipating lots of bloopers, lots of regrettable moments, more than usual. On the Uncle Henry Show. That's a week from today. But once I learn to use it, I'll be able to do the Uncle Henry Show from anywhere I've got internet access without any kind of board operator. So I'll be able to do it maybe at 69-year-old Chris's front porch or my own.
Where you listen to podcasts. Can't wait to see you there.
Roll Tide. This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show, News Radio 710 WNTM. Isn't this bumper music beautiful? It was the great Mobile broadcaster Tim Camp, the late Tim Camp, that told me when it comes to radio, he says, Uncle Henry, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. I don't know what that means, but I think of it when I play this kind of bumper music. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. That's 251-479-2723. Hello, caller. Okay, and the caller hung up. All right, well, maybe that was my delivery call. Again, 251-479-2723 or 251-479-2723. Email address unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Now, let me see. I did receive some voicemail messages when I was off yesterday, and also received them today. In fact, I got a great message about a topic that is very important, especially to senior citizens, and that is the weather. Let's listen together to this message that trickled into the Uncle Henry Show.
Roll Tide, Uncle, this weather, this is the reason why 27 years ago, after wife number 2, I decided to stay in these parts instead of going back to Birmingham. Weather was a very big factor in that decision-making process. And as I think back on that, I'm reminded also, and you may have already played it this year, I'm not sure. You've got that clip of that feller talked about never turning on his air conditioning and going and buying cold beer and getting in the shower and not drying off when he got out, getting in the bed, etc. I was just wondering, as a request to 69-year-old Chris from West Loxley, if you could play that again, if you still have it. Thank you, and you have a good day.
Well, 69-year-old Chris, thank you, and glad that you made it down here to Lower Alabama from Birmingham. 27 years. It's been 27 years you've been down here. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you enjoy living in West Loxley, Alabama. And I find it satisfying to think that you picked there. I know you've noticed that civilization is just building up all around you. I mean, you figured it out 27 years before a lot of people did. There's a lot of people moving into your neck of the woods these days. Every time I drive through Loxley, I see something new in there. So congratulations on picking such a good spot, West Loxley, Alabama. Now, yes, the call you're talking, I play it every year during the summer, so a regular listener would have heard this a few times probably. This was phoned in. I think it was phoned into the Uncle Henry Show back in, according to the dates in this computer file, 2012. 2012 is when this was phoned in, and this is the man. No, wait. The original message. How about this for a coin? The original message about the air conditioning, the man phoned it in on June 6th of 2011. And then he called back again the next year with an update. But here's the message you're talking about. The man who never uses his AC. This was, well, he may be using it now if he's grown some brain cells. Here's what he phoned in 2011 about never using his air conditioner.
Hey, Uncle Henry, I never run my AC. I live in a home in Midtown, and I just use fans. I don't even keep the refrigerator plugged in because I'm a bachelor. I don't cook. I don't eat at home. And if I want a cold drink, I'll turn on the tap, or I'll drink a cold beer, drink them up before they get hot. But, yeah, power bills generally under $30 a month, always. But, oh yeah, it gets hot. Sometimes in the middle of the night, you just jump up, turn on the cold water in the shower, stand in there and just get right back under the cover soaking wet. It cools you right down. Anyway, I can't stand paying the power company. It's a monopoly, you know.
All right. So that man.
Press message deleted.
I've saved it because of all the questions. Of course, that caller, I don't know if that man is still alive, because who knows if he's getting into bed in the summer soaking wet. I mean, he could have had some horrible fungal infection, passed away from it. But if he's still alive, that was 2011. I wonder what he thinks of Alabama Power now. He was so upset about Alabama Power then, he didn't even want, he wanted his energy bill to be under $30 a month. Wonder what he thinks now. And he also mentioned that he didn't run the AC or even keep his refrigerator plugged in. One of the reasons was he was single. I've often wondered, did he ever find a woman? Because that is not, I'm not an expert on women, but I'm going to guess that is not an attractive lifestyle to a woman. If she is wondering what kind of lifestyle, if I'm going to date this guy, what kind of lifestyle would this mean for me if it got serious? Well, he doesn't turn on the AC and he keeps the refrigerator unplugged because he wants the power bill to be under I don't know that would be attractive. It's a lifestyle. So, sir, if you're out there, I'd love to know, do you use the air conditioning? Did you find a woman? And what does your power bill run now? Now, that was the call he made in 2011. He called back in 2012 and gave this brief, less than 20 seconds update.
Hey, Uncle Henry. I'm still air conditioning free. You can go to the classes with me. It's called AA, Air Conditioning Anonymous. Sorry if you really go to AA. Bye.
All right.
Press message deleted.
So he sounded even healthier the second year, 2012. But again, be hard to if he went out with a young lady, wanted to court her, and one afternoon after church invite her back to the house. She's going to have a certain impression made when she goes into the air conditioning anonymous house. I just wonder about how all that worked out. Sir, if you're out there, please let me know. There's more to come. Yes. I got more Uncle Henry Show after the news break here on News Radio 710 WNTM.
From the Spring Hill Toyota Traffic Center.
Watch for congestion on Highway 90. We've got an accident in the right lane at the entrance to Battleship Park. Also, very heavy delays on the Bayway. We've got a crash in the left lane on I-10 eastbound approaching the Daphne exit. Also, we've got downed power lines on Hamilton Boulevard at Dauphin Island Parkway. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is...
Lisa Bakke could take the day off. She could pre-record the traffic and just say, hey, big slowdown on the Bayway. I'm Lisa Bakke. She could take the day off. Just run that every time.
Garage.com. Produced through special arrangement with MTI Plus. Tax and service charge schedule subject to change.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News. Investigators in Escambia County, Florida, are working a double shooting at the Hotel del Sol on US 29. Deputies are called to the hotel on Pensacola Boulevard and are urging people to stay away. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office says one person is dead and another is being treated in a hospital. This is a developing story, and stay with Fox 10 News for any updates. Well, if you're flying out of Mobile Regional, you might notice the terminal feels warmer than usual. The airport's saying an AC issue is affecting cooling in parts of the terminal, but flights and airport operations are running normally. Staff is handing out water and ice while repairs are underway, and passengers are being thanked for their patience. We'll keep you updated on when the issue is fixed. Feeding the Gulf Coast is expanding its Theodore warehouse to reach more families.
I wonder if I could get a part-time job just going out and calming people down, giving them water and thanking them for their patience, like at the airport.
4,000 food insecure people across South Alabama, South Mississippi, and the Florida Panhandle. CEO Michael Ledger saying the extra room will let them handle more donations, welcome more volunteers, and strengthen disaster response long after hurricanes make landfall. You can get your latest news and weather on Fox10TV.com and the Fox 10 News app. I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News on this iHeartRadio station.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
I'm John Saucier, and this is a Fox News alert. U.S. Central Command says U.S. military has launched what they're calling defensive airstrikes against targets in Iran. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says these strikes are sent with a message.
Those strikes that'll happen tonight will be strong. They will be clear. If they haven't happened tomorrow night, they will be strong and they will be clear.
Well, they are happening now. It comes after Iranian forces believed to have downed a U.S. military helicopter earlier this week. The 2 U.S. pilots that were on that chopper are safe. Republican Senator John Kennedy telling Fox Business the United States has successfully eliminated Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile program and weakened its economy.
We have injured severely both the public and private sector of Iran. It'll be 20 years, probably cost $1 trillion. For them to recover.
President Trump says U.S. successfully guiding oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz despite the Navy's blockade. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, Uncle Henry here with... Yes, I'm right here. All right, I'm going to reactivate the YouTube to see if anybody's watching. Back on the radio in about 2 minutes. Oh, and there are a small number of people looking in. Yes, the mosquitoes are very robust. Gregory Edie, hello to you. Well, let's see. What can I tell you? Let me look in the weird news file. There was a power outage that affected much of Stamford, Connecticut. The power knocked out for much of Stamford, Connecticut, and they figured out what caused the power outage. It was the headquarters of the WWE had a gigantic American flag, which is good. And during a storm, the flag flew off into some power lines and into a transmission flower. So the WWE's American flag created the blackout that took out power for that entire region. Just remember this. You might be able to use flags as weapons at some point. Let's see, I found other weird news, but I don't have time to get into it properly. Going to be back on the radio here in about 20 seconds. All right.
Text, listen to Jesse Kelly.
Weeknights at 7 on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show. Thank you. I appreciate you listening to the Uncle Henry Show. You can also hear me on FM radio Monday through Friday on 95 KSJ. I'm on there from 10 to 2, Monday through Friday, playing today's hottest country. Tomorrow, I'm going to be giving away a bunch of concert tickets. One of the most popular young artists these days is a guy named Zach Top. He sounds very traditional country, and the youngsters love Zach Top. He's going to be at the Wharf Friday night, which is a sellout. And there's another Saturday night concert with Zach Top. So if you'd like to try and win some tickets, be listening in the 10 o'clock hour. It'll be a little after 10:30 tomorrow morning that I'll have your chance to win Zach Top tickets on 95 KSJ. And then in the 11 o'clock hour, between 11 and 12, I'll have a chance for you to win tickets to see Nico Moon. Nico Moon is going to be at Soul Kitchen in downtown Mobile, Saturday, June 20th. And so your chance to win Nico Moon tickets tomorrow with me on 95 KSJ between 11 and noon. Telephone number here, 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address, Uncle Henry at iHeartMedia.com. Hey, before I go any further, a long-time friend to the Uncle Henry Show and contributor to the Uncle Henry Show, KP of ShirtButter.com. KP, who did the designs for the beautiful Uncle Henry T-shirts, all of those magnificent shirts, the Leave My Mama Out of This shirt, the Bacon Grease shirts, that he put together numerous magnificent designs. The, what else? I'm trying to remember. See, I didn't wear a lot of shirts that have my name on them, so I'm trying to remember all those great designs. Oh, the hippie slap shirt. The Uncle Henry Show hippie slap shirt. All those wonderful shirt designs created by KP. Thank you to KP for all the years of friendship to the show and service. Great designs. Today is KP's birthday. So for KP's birthday, just briefly, I've got other things to get to, but a brief birthday message for KP.
Sorry I'm late, partner, on your birthday. I've been laying back up in Sunflower, Jackson, Alabama, wrestling alligators. I get like that sometime when I get upset. You know me, partner. You know how I am. Today is a special day. You turned the big 4-0. I'm happy for you, but then I'm sad too. My, KP. Time really goes by. In other words, it flies, partner. This is for you, my partner, KP. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, partner. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, KP. Happy birthday, KP. My partner. Happy birthday to you, JP. Happy birthday to you.
All right, right, listener, and I know you were enchanted by that and would like to hear more, but I'm stopping it there because there's another additional 2.5 minutes. Yes, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. So anyway, happy birthday to KP. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. That's 251-479-2723. Email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Now, on a recent episode of the Uncle Henry Show, I shared some audio of a listener's son playing the electric guitar. Yes. Longtime caller Buford. His son has started playing electric guitar, and his son played electric guitar at his school's talent show. And it became a sensation. And Buford seemed kind of worried that this would derail his son's progress because there was all these women folk were getting very excited that his son was such a good musician and all this kind of stuff. He was just kind of worried about his son being a youngster, having his attention diverted from wholesome things in life because of all the women admiring his guitar playing skills. Well, now I've got an update. It turns out that I don't know if there's much that's going to stop this because Buford's son, his guitar playing skills are being recognized. Now he's about to play in front of a big crowd.
Andy, this here's Buford. Andy, giving you a slice of life. Henry, I mentioned a while back that Buford Jr. is somewhat of a guitar phenom.
Right.
Played the Crazy Train by the demonic Ozzy Osbourne. Highly against it, Henry. But Henry, word has gotten out of his guitar playing abilities.
Yes.
And he has been asked to play the national anthem to open up the Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo. I do believe it's before the Liars Contest.
Wow.
Henry, around these parts, that's as big as the daggum Super Bowl, if you ask me.
It is.
But, Henry, I still believe that the guitar is an instrument of the devil.
What?
Henry, I don't know if he impressed the girls in his class or his age.
Look, now, no, it's I don't have time to get into it here, but no, it's not an instrument of the devil. It can be used by either side.
But to use a slang term, he knocked the socks off of the cougar class of women. The middle-aged females just love the boy. And the cougars are circling. And, I figured I'd have to deal with this type of issue with my girls once they got older, around Buford Jr.'s age. He's starting high school in the fall, but never thought I'd have to deal with it with my boy. But, Henry, I will tell you this. At the Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo, I'm sure there will be cougars and milfs abound. And Buford Jr. will have a security detail. There will be no cougaring of Buford Jr. at this time. No! Not at all. And, he's got to at least be driving before he goes down that road. But, Henry, he don't need to be messing with no daggum cougars, because some of them will give you something you can't wash off. He's too daggum young to be dealing with that. But Henry, Buford Jr. will have a very, very stout security detail. And any cougars, be warned.
I've never had to worry in my family about anything remotely like that. So good luck to you. I'll be praying for your family.
Watch for congestion on Highway 90. We've got an accident in the right lane at the entrance to Battleship Park. Also, very heavy delays on the Bayway. We've got a crash in the left lane on I-10 eastbound approaching the Daphne exit. Also, we've got downed power lines on Hamilton Boulevard at Dauphin Island Parkway. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
All right. I did not expect to hear. I thought it was young women that were going after Buford Jr. I didn't realize it was that. Modern times, there's some good things, but there's not everything is. All right, let me look back onto the YouTube, reactivating the YouTube. "69-year-old Chris, the city council meeting was yesterday. I did not see it. I was at a funeral yesterday. Did not see the meeting. Any day that I get to skip the city council meeting is good. Good. I wish they would hold the Mobile City Council meetings on Saturdays. But 69-year-old Chris, and I'm sure I'll be working next Saturday. I will have coverage next Saturday of the waste of the tax dollar. Now let's see. "69-year-old Chris in the chat explaining that he worked the spotlight for the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, U2, etc. So when you think back on that, was any act that you did the lights for, did any of them surprise you by how good they were? Any surprises as to who was really good? Maybe that you didn't expect would be good. All right, let's see. While waiting to go back on the radio, what can I tell you? Birth rates around the globe are falling, especially in Western countries. A new study claims that it's because of the iPhone. This study, and you should never believe studies, this study found that iPhone access correlated directly and proportionately to reductions in births in those ages 15 to 19 and 20 to 24. A noticeable decline was also seen in older women as well. So, smartphones, some correlation between smartphones and a falling birth rate. I guess the smartphone has really caused a lot of problems in every way. Making us dumber. And less fertile. Maybe we should, instead of dropping bombs on Iran, maybe we should be sending them just tremendous pallets of iPhones with free Starlink.
Everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. This is News Radio 710, WNTM, an iHeartRadio station.
Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Telephone number 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. That's Uncle Henry, iheartmedia.com. Let me go to another voicemail that has come into the Uncle Henry Show. This came in this morning, early in the morning.
Hey, Uncle Henry, LD. I got to go to the doctor way over there in Foley, and I'm leaving 2.5 hours early, right? Right? Why? Well, for the same reason that I'm sitting here on I-10 right now, not moving. People can't drive!
All right. LD, your frustration is felt by many, especially this afternoon with some big traffic tie-up on the Bayway going east. Yes, people feel your pain, people not being able to drive. And is it getting worse, sir? I believe it is. And we've talked about it at length on this show. When I say we, I mean me and the callers. And I attribute a lot of it to all of the internet in the vehicle, people with their smartphones, people looking at their smartphones, or looking at the console in front of them where a text message may be popping up or something like that. Just all of that added distraction. People were bad enough before the smartphones. And now it's worser. Hello, caller.
Hey, Henry, Jimmy the Economist.
Jimmy, you are live on the radio.
Good to hear from you. Speaking of people who can't drive, did you hear about that CIA fake insider who stole all those gold bars?
Yeah, I heard about the initial report, but I didn't hear what they claim he actually did. But they claim a CIA guy got all this gold and took it to his house.
Well, the first offense was he was lying about his postgraduate and military service or something or another. So he lied his way into the CIA and then set up some kind of fake program while he was there. Oh, goodness gracious, 20, 30 years maybe the guy was there. Made up some program where he got his hands on 308 full-size gold bars worth $40 million stashed in his house.
Yes.
So when they look for all the gold at Fort Knox, I'd imagine at least 40 million of it is in that guy's house. How many more of these folks, quote-unquote, work for our government, steal from us?
Well, see, this guy, his punishment should be they take all the gold, but then they promote him. He should be. I mean, it sounds like he sounds like he was pretty smart, except until he got caught. So
they need to put them on the ground and strap them down and put all that stuff on one pallet and then on a pallet and drop it from about 20 feet on them.
Okay.
Is what he deserves for stealing it all. He wants to feel the weight of gold. That's a good way to do it.
That would teach a lesson.
Stealing from the taxpayer.
Yes.
Well, how do you get rid of 308 gold bars? It's going to take a while to get rid of that, isn't it?
It would take a very long time. Yes.
Oh. Well, that's our government at work these days. How many years did this guy steal from us? And just now it's under Trump that we found him. Anyway, speaking of driving, have a good day.
You too. Thank you, and be careful. Jimmy the Economist. And yeah, no, that it sounds like he was clever to a point. Probably if you can fake your way into the CIA and then work there for years while enriching yourself, that's pretty clandestine. I'd say charge him and then make him work from prison. He should be, yes. We should still benefit from his knowledge, even though he ripped off the taxpayer. Here's the thing, though. He took these gold bars. How many people working for the government in similar positions don't take the gold bars? They just move, electronically transfer from one account to another account. Makes you wonder, huh? And how do you get caught when you're at that level? All right, well, anyway, there's no way to know any of this stuff because turns out the CIA has people smart enough to do what that guy did, so we'll never know. All right, going to take a quick timeout for some words from our sponsors and some news headlines. We have news headlines from Fox coming up and then more Uncle Henry Show. Got some more news items I want to learn about. I'll get to that after Fox News at the top of the hour here on News Radio 710 WNTM. YouTube viewers, thank you for looking. I will be turning the camera off. The show will continue. Have a pleasant evening and a pleasant tomorrow. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow on the Uncle Henry Show.
Near the end of the presentation, it was revealed that these upgrades to Apple Intelligence and to Siri would not be available in the member states of the European Union. Apple elsewhere said that decision is a result of the European Commission not working with the tech giant over privacy issues. But the EU says